It's a special edition of the Pin High podcast presented by Golficity this week. We're talking about what's next for the Pin High podcast. We'll be covering the impact of the coronavirus and on the golf world, starting with canceling the players this weekend. We'll be answering a ton of Twitter fan questions and capping it off with a part 3 on random things you find in your golf bag. So let's get into it. All right. It is the Jorge Posada episode.
Thomas Jones.
That one took no time. Anyway,
you had that one ready. You had that one ready.
Yeah, I really did.
I was waiting for that all day.
I mean, Barry Sanders is the other one that comes in.
Barry Sanders is a good one.
Sure, but more important things to talk about. The coronavirus has really just taken all of our lives for a loop the past, let's call it 4-5 days.
Mm-hmm.
First after the players round 1, they're like, all right, it's gonna continue tomorrow, or during the round they were like, it's gonna continue tomorrow, just no fans. But then they cancel it. They cancel the Masters. They cancel everything through the Valero Texas Open for now. But it seems like it's gonna be a long time after that.
Yeah,
it's just crazy what's going on in the golf world right now.
Pat and I are practicing social distancing right now. He's currently in my house, and we have 2 floors between us. So yeah,
I'm in the basement. Jeek, if you're above me on my screen. He's in his room.
Yeah, I'm the man upstairs.
Yes, Jeek's the one who knocks. But yeah, so also, I'm not going back to school. Well, maybe I'll go back to Syracuse, but everything is on. All classes are online for the rest of the semester. Assuming it's going to be the same for everybody at some point. Just crazy with the coronavirus.
I had my first online class experience today. It was interesting. We kind of like the screen looks like now with just like 3 of us across. Like it's kind of like
yeah,
like with just like a bunch of randos.
I feel like that'd be the weirdest thing in the world. It's like everyone's just kind of doing their own thing.
Weird. Yeah.
We've experimented with it in class, and every time it's just been such a shit show. It's like
I can imagine.
Everyone's like, can you hear me? Like the professors just like don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's like even though they had a 4-hour training session with it, but
4 hours.
Also,
geez.
I mean, this is directly affecting Trevor. Gets that once in a lifetime opportunity to go to the Masters. Gets canceled. Do you know if you'll still have tickets to the next if it happens?
No idea. I'm assuming if it happens this year, I'm assuming it will have. I'll have tickets still, but it was terrible because it was like going through. I was the whole week. It was canceled. MLB is canceled. Players are still going on. Then the PGA is canceled. Then I'm okay. The only thing I'm waiting for is the Masters. Like there's no NCAA tournament. Like I'm literally just waiting for the Masters to say that they're canceled. And then they finally said it's being postponed, and the morning after the players was canceled, and the rest of the PGA Tour season, or up till the Masters was canceled, and it was just, of course, the 1 year I plan on going, it gets canceled, but it is what it is. Everyone's got to be healthy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I took it seriously. Even when they were canceling all sporting events and were suspending all the leagues for a while, I still just wasn't taking it seriously. I was about to go to Fort Lauderdale on Sunday. I was like, oh, whatever. And then obviously flights get canceled. And it's just I think even today is the first time I've actually been okay, so shit's real right now.
I was prepared to spend the week in Boston, just with my roommate and just chilling. But then he was like, I think I'm just gonna go back tomorrow. They're shutting down the city. I'm like, wait, what? So I didn't want to get stuck there.
Apparently, New Canaan's there's no you can't even there's no stores open in New Canaan, where we live. I'm in DC right now with my girlfriend, but we can't there's nothing open. We can't really do anything, and we're basically stuck in the house for weeks.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do.
When
There's
do you
no
guys
sports
think?
now, which makes it even worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We've been golfing the past or we golfed 2 days ago, me and Jeek. But like I don't know, like people are
There's
still out
some.
on the course, so that
Oh,
says
yeah,
something
Ton
about
of
the
people. The course was
golf
packed.
community.
Yeah.
Like say what you will about like all the stores closing, Silvermine Golf Club was packed.
Yeah, I bet Silver Spring's the same way. I guarantee you it is.
Mhm.
If it's open.
When are we thinking the Masters is gonna be?
So there's rumors out there. I'm thinking like October.
I'm
Now,
thinking November.
there's like very raw like rumor that like they're like trying to extend like school breaks in like October, like with like all the places around Augusta because like obviously people like they're usually on like a spring break for this, so like people obviously like rent out their houses like when they have the tournament
To like
to
players
like
and stuff, or
players,
to
yeah, to
people?
like players and like rich fans, I guess, but like
Yeah.
so they're like
Apparently, when
there
they
was
do
an
that,
idea that they're like there's like an idea that they're floating around like October 9th through 12th, like they might have like an extended like school break so that people will like travel and they can rent their houses, but that's
That'd
like a
be such
very
a
raw.
weird time.
I don't know.
Like-
It'd be like they can't do it before, like if the PGA Tour comes back, like let's say like in May or June, they can't do the Masters before like September because it's like it's close in the summer. It doesn't look good. So they can't like show the course on TV. The Masters wouldn't want that, and they can't do it in like September because like the Ryder Cup and like President's Cup is or like not President's Cup, the FedEx Cup is gonna be there.
That now that I think about it, October 9th through 12th would be exactly 6 months after the Masters, like to the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd
they
be
would-
pretty much
they would-
perfect. Like
You would have the Masters twice in 6 months. Like imagine that.
only reason I would say it's like November again. November, like Pat said, would be because like maybe they're just trying to like get all like the plants and like made the course look perfect. And maybe they need like another month to do that after the summer. Like I'm not sure, but I mean if it's in November and October, like there's really not much golf going on there anyway. It's just like football. Like that would like be football in the Masters. That'd be pretty sick.
I'm not gonna lie,
I'll bet that.
I wouldn't totally love that like football and the Masters would be on at the same time.
Well, I
I
just
mean,
wouldn't watch
I
football.
I would
wouldn't
watch the
football.
Masters. Like I would watch the Masters, but like it would be
I
weird.
wouldn't watch football at all.
I'd still
Well,
probably
it's-
I'd probably
it's-
have my bets on the line, but Ooh,
It'd
that sounds
be-
like a dangerous gambling week.
Thursday and Friday Masters, Saturday Friday Masters, and then college football, and then Sunday college or NFL, and then Masters. Like,
I'm just thinking of like my account right now during that week, and like the open is gonna be a large number, and the minus in the red is gonna be probably a large number as well.
At least you know. At least you're prepared.
Unless some for some reason
no available balance left.
yes, exactly. Unless for some reason I get the Masters winner, which I wouldn't be surprised. I'm king of the futures when it comes to sports. Oh wait, what did I just realized? I have won a future on an NHL team to win the Stanley Cup each of the past 3 years: 2017, 2018, 2019.
Well, it's not gonna happen this year.
What's good this
I
year?
mean, you did bet on the Coyotes this year, and
Not to win the
they,
Stanley Cup. Not to win the Stanley Cup.
yeah, but they're probably gonna miss the
Win the Western
playoffs if
Conf-
that happens. Like,
Okay, that doesn't count
Just
as
saying,
my future.
it's a
Whole,
future.
whole season's suspended. May when the season starts back up again, the Coyotes make a run.
Oh no, Kyrie and KD. When NBA comes back,
Yeah.
we're making a run. Trust me.
I said the Katie's gonna come back. It's like June. Like, wait, what, are you guys even in the playoffs right now?
Yeah, we're the
Right.
8th seed. Or
If you're the-
we're like
that'd be crazy
bouncing
if you're the
between
8th
7
seed.
and 8 with the Magic.
That'd be crazy if you're the 8th seed and like to come back just like the playoffs start and it's like KD versus Giannis first round of the playoffs, and Kyrie. That'd be nuts.
We'd probably still lose, to be honest.
You probably would.
Yeah.
And that's not. I mean, boxers crazy.
Maybe not though. It's like rustiness. I don't know. You never know.
Well, if I were-
That'd be a
And
crazy
both
time.
teams would be rusty.
We're doing a great job
KD
talking about
Rusty.
sports because like I was watching like Sports Center the last couple of days and like it's tough. Like
I've
it's
been
really
watching. I've been watching. Well, today was nice because like NFL, but like I've been
NFL.
watching. Like yesterday, I was watching a little bit of Texas versus Oklahoma State 2007 Big 12 tournament, and KD was playing, and which I forgot was on the team.
I was watching the Michael Vick documentary.
I
last
saw it
night,
yesterday.
'cause it
Saw
was just
that,
on
yeah.
ESPN. Like,
It was on ESPN, yeah.
You gotta
Also
wonder
on the.
what-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you gotta wonder what impact this is having with like on the sport industry, because like, especially sport
There's
media, like
nothing.
they have nothing to talk about except for the coronavirus. Like, I guess NFL free agency right now, but like, that's it.
Right. I turned on the Golf Channel the other day and I watched like a documentary on Arnold Palmer.
Yeah,
and then
but they
that
can't-
was followed up by like a documentary on Jack Nicklaus.
Yesterday-
Like, it's just kind of
yeah,
funny.
Yesterday on, I think it was NBC, there was the replay of the players from last year, the final round. I watched a little bit
Yeah, I
of that
saw
too.
that. I watched them.
Like, yeah, it's like there's just like it's kind of nice watch, like seeing like ESPN's like showing all these games and like Golf Channel showing us like old like tournaments. Like
Wow.
that'd be kind of cool to watch. But at the same
My
time, it's
dad-
like, okay, I've seen this before. Like I watched like this part of the UConn Syracuse 6 overtime game the other day.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
my dad sat down, put YouTube on the TV, and watched the 1969 World Series.
Oh
It was like black and white. Like,
yeah.
this just all around sucks. I'm also just realizing they have all these capacity rules, like on social gatherings. You know, 21st birthday is coming up on April 12th. That's not going to be too fun.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Everyone wants 21st birthday. Anyone like nothing, like, well, obviously like schools, like you can't like, there will be nothing at schools because like they'll all be home. But
what a time to turn 21 in the months of
Yeah.
like March, April, or May.
yeah, and we both happen to be in April, so
Yeah, shout out to us.
my girlfriend, my girlfriend's the same way. Her birthday's in April 9th, and she's pretty livid that there'd be nothing for a 21st birthday pregame.
I mean, I don't even think I'm going to be back in
Well,
Syracuse. at
your
this
birthday's
point.
your birthday's on Easter.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but I'm not. What you think I'm celebrating my birthday on a Sunday? I'm celebrating my birthday on the 11th at midnight.
I get lit at Easter too.
With the
Love-
capacity
I mean, hey.
crowd of 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeek, how are you about to have how are you about to have Easter with your family? It's like gonna be way over 50. Now that I think
Oh, my
about it,
pasta.
how are like people with huge families supposed to do anything? I don't know.
Huge families
Yeah,
and relatives
Mormons,
nearby
like,
too.
how are they gonna?
Mormons, oh my god.
They have like 17 kids, so like, you gotta
Hey,
like,
my dad's
filter them out of the
family.
house.
My dad's family only has like 6 or 7, or I don't know.
6 or 7.
This is excellent. This is excellent golf talk right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna be that
No,
mad
I
about
know, I know.
because like
It's just funny.
I feel like we have good sports banter, and like, from being quite honest, there's not a lot to talk about with golf, which pretty much brings us to the topic that we want to say is like what's next for the podcast, like in the next coming weeks. Is it's when is the Valero Texas Open technically, like, when was it supposed to happen? Like,
A
it's
month from now.
well, the first
So, like,
tournament is supposed to. No, the first tournament is supposed to be like, as of right now, it's going to be played is the RBC Heritage the week after the
Yeah,
Masters.
I don't see that.
That's
being
April 16th.
played.
That's not going to be played. There's no chance.
Yeah, I don't see that. Maybe like a few weeks after that, but I feel like when they're going to come back is going to be with fans. I don't think they're
Well,
going to come
so-
back without fans.
So I mean, we could talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
do you think they were right to just like outright cancel the players after one round, or you think they could have
Yes.
like
I think
toughened
they
it
were.
out for 3 days?
It was the right move.
It's
I
about
think
the
it was.
players.
I think it was too, but like I just had
No
to
pun
put-
intended.
I think that originally they should have had it with no fans the first day, and then like having it with fans like after like always like literally like 2 days earlier, like the NBA is like canceling their season.
Well, I was thinking
the
like
night
if,
before.
so selfishly speaking, like for the game of golf, if the players were to go on this weekend, it would have been the most watched like golf event like on television wise, like in
It
history.
definitely-
Oh yeah,
100%.
Because there would have
Probably
been
mo-
nothing else to watch like at all.
probably most gambled on too, because I feel like people would just be like all the gamblers
Looking-
out there. Like,
yeah, they're all
would be
looking
just
for, like-
fiending for something.
They're
'cause
all
people
looking
are
for,
betting on,
MMA, like Mexican soccer leagues, like
Yeah, I
Brazilian
was gonna
soccer
say
leagues.
people are betting on Liga like Mexico, like or whatever,
Yeah.
like right now,
Mhm.
dropping bills on it. So it's like golf is I would say even to someone who's not that into golf it's more interesting than Mexican soccer league that nobody knows anything
Yeah,
about.
so,
Ship-
so that's
ship
that's why I'm
talent,
kind of
too.
just that's why I'm posing the question like, oh, like, do you think they should have like went for another 3 days without fans?
Well,
like, just like
I was all of Thursday. I was watching the coverage of like, and the commissioner was like holding press conferences, like talking about how like this is their Super Bowl. So it's like because obviously this is the PGA Tour Super Bowl. It's not a major. Like this is all they have. Like they've been branding as the fifth major forever, and obviously it would have been awesome. But like the players weren't all that happy about playing because they're concerned for their safety too.
Especially
exactly.
like obviously with like the fans like the first day like you can't like you're not gonna like no player is gonna be high fiving any fans in the crowd. Like the crowds like are massive, and even with like no fans there, it's like once one player gets it, like it's already like okay, like you can cancel it then, but it's already too far at that point. Like you have a player.
And, like I mean, I think you saw it was CT Pan this week who withdrew like, before the first round. And he's just like I just.
Louis Oosthuizen. I don't know if Louis Oosthuizen withdrew because of injury or not, but like Louis Oosthuizen
withdrew in the middle of his round, which I was very like mad about at the time. But then when the tournament got canceled, I was like, oh okay, because I had him in a tournament matchup versus Sergio Garcia.
Yeah.
And I was like,
no,
that's an auto loser. And then it pushed because it just got canceled.
And whatever, you gotta like just talking about the golf in general.
Oosthuizen had a left shoulder injury.
Yeah, and just talking about the golf in general, you have to feel for like Hideki Matsuyama. He went out there and shot the course record at TPC Sawgrass, and he didn't even get to finish the tournament.
You got the course record with like a ball in the water on 16.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get to finish the tournament.
To finish it. He eagled 9 to finish it.
He was up like 4 strokes.
Yeah, 9's par 5.
Yeah.
He was up like 4 strokes after day one. Like you gotta be feeling pretty confident after that.
He's only up 2.
And like the PGA Tour have been so like all the young guns like Wolf, Morikawa, and Hovland.
They were all playing well.
They were all playing sick and like.
And
I was watching that. Honestly, we can like the first day was awesome. Like we could break that down a little bit. But like Hovland, Morikawa, and Wolf playing together. I was watching that with my roommate. He's like a big like Hovland fan for whatever reason, and we were watching that group, and it was so like entertaining watching those three play with each other.
They were playing at the same time as like Rory, Koepka, and Rahm, I think.
Yeah, that was great golf.
And Rory and like Koepka was like struggling, and like Rahm was like struggling a little bit, and like you were just watching the young guns just like outplay the top 3 golfers in the world. Like it was kind of incredible.
No, it was awesome to watch. Which I mean, like it just goes to show how much that sucks. Because if they kept on that pace, like they were playing together the next day in a pretty good time slot probably, and then Saturday, Sunday, maybe 2 of them get grouped together. Just like I feel like it would have been such a good week for ratings.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I mean, shout out to Victor Hovland's his fit that day. He had like pink pants on.
Okay, here's the thing. I loved the pink. His shoe game was so weak though. Shoes. He was just wearing like these like black Nikes that were like so generic.
They probably just wear whatever like is given to them to like they don't.
No, he could if he was wearing pink pants, he easily could have been like, hey, can you guys send me like some white shoes with a pink swoosh and a white Ping hat instead. A white Ping hat with the Ping logo in the middle. Oh, he would have been decked out. Been awesome. and that's golf.
That just shout out to the golf attire.
Yeah. Hovland, just so you know, Hovland played well, but he's not gonna have a chance to win the tournament due to the Puerto Rican curse. Just saying.
Yeah. So like I'm surprised Hovland wasn't the one who shot like 9 under.
And then the Puerto Rican curse kicks in.
Yeah.
I mean, he still shot 4 under and.
Yeah, 4 under was pretty good that day.
I know. I'm just saying.
In the afternoon too. In the morning, he probably would have shot like close to that or better.
Man, maybe he'll break the Puerto Rican curse. Who knows?
He probably will.
I think if there's any
Finau will.
I don't know. Finau hasn't. It's kind of. I mean, Finau was really dominant there for a bit. So like.
And he kept finishing a second. So
yeah. So, who knows?
And we'll see. We'll see when Hovland's come down the stretch in like a major or something like that. We'll see what happens.
And whatever, I guess kind of going back to the Masters is kind of like breaking news right now as we do the podcast. But like Augusta's like they're closing their club to members this week, which is interesting. I know like my local club's like not closing to like if I was a member.
Have they said anything about that?
This is also
if I was a member, I'd be pissed because like what are you gonna do during this time? Like we could just go play golf, but no, you can't.
It usually Augusta usually closes closes the course after the Masters anyway for the summer.
Yeah, it's closed for the summer.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So it's like there's
But, I
no
mean,
like
some
they're
Masters-
doing like the usual protocol, but at the same time, like, yeah, you would want the course to be open. But also at the same time, it's Augusta and there are people from all over the world are members.
Yeah.
So
it's
you
not-
can't. It's not like Silvermine Golf Club where like people from
Everybody lives in the
Yeah.
in like a 15-minute radius.
Yeah, exactly.
of
Which again,
course.
like people have coronavirus in like Connecticut, but still.
Yep. Shout out
Generally all over
Norwalk.
the world.
Got its
Yeah,
first
sure.
case the other day.
Yeah.
Onondaga County, where Syracuse is, just got its first case today. I think that's what officially kind of was the last straw for our president.
As of right now, South Carolina still has classes back on campus on April 6th. Like we have online till then, but we have like 7 cases in Columbia. Like there's no chance we're gonna go back.
No.
Oh, yeah, I have 0.
Nobody's
cases
going
too,
back.
because,
No.
Like all the schools around us like shut down for the semester, and we were just like, we'll just put it to April 13th and see what it is that like then. But like once we get to that point, I have like 2 weeks left of school.
Yeah, there's no
anyway,
point
so they're
going
just
back.
gonna shut down.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy how like literally the week before spring break, like my spring break was 2 weeks ago, and literally that whole week I'm like, oh, we'll come back, and like it'll be a normal week.
Oh
or
yeah,
something
same
like that.
here.
And then
I wasn't preparing to come back.
I was
at
not
all.
prepared. I wasn't prepared. I was not expecting like the PGA Tour season.
Almost to the point where
NBA
to the point where I wasn't preparing to come back, to the point where I didn't bring enough home, where I had to like drive back Sunday and like pick up like all the stuff that I needed and like textbooks and stuff, and then come back. Like that's how much it progressed.
I'm gonna have to go back to school at some point because we're moving out of our apartment, but like we had to move all our stuff. But like I pretty much brought home my golf clubs. I brought home like my TV, like everything. A lot.
When are you good to play golf again?
I don't know.
We can use this quarantine time to not self-distance ourselves and have a Ryder Cup.
No. Next week when I'm back, we'll play at least once. I'll play at least once. I still have my appointment. I have an appointment in the city with a doctor like a week after that, but I'll be fine to play. Like, if I play like one round, I'll be fine. I probably just can't walk really.
Before we get into just a couple more like golf related things, I feel like we didn't actually cover what's next for us, like for the next couple of weeks, because there's not much to talk about. I think next week or the week after, depending on how things shake out, we're gonna try to do an episode that's like from caddies and from like people who've worked at golf courses, just like interviewing a bunch of people that we know, and like I don't know, maybe some fans if we get some social media interaction of just like funny stories they have, because I feel like those are always good to hear because they're all original.
Yeah, like even just like send us in like audio messages or something, like explaining, and we could just like throw
voicemails.
it in.
Audio messages or sending like stories that you've had, like I don't know, just anything
that you want us to read.
Yeah, we'll talk about
anything. We'll talk about anything.
Also, we're reaching out to some people for interviews. We reached out to a college golfer, which obviously won't say the name, but like he said that the NCAA isn't allowing them to speak to media until April 15th about this. But
Wow.
he was like a senior.
That's crazy.
He was like a graduating senior, so he was like, and it didn't sound like he was going to use his extra year of eligibility.
I mean,
So it was like,
I mean, NCAA is still
come on,
at it while we're in quarantine. They're still like preventing their athletes from doing stuff.
yeah, the NCAA, man. Trevor just sneezed.
Yep.
You good?
Corona time. Yep.
Yeah?
I'm good.
I just coughed. I coughed earlier in the podcast. Nobody said anything, so I was like, oh, okay, good.
Good to hear.
But yeah, so like, invite's still open to that guy. But yeah, we have someone else. We won't release any names, but we can kind of maneuver our way around the next couple weeks. Continue giving you guys some good content.
Yeah, we'll be on the great. Like I'm still injured a little bit, but I'll be hopefully on the course next week with Greg and Patrick.
Oh yeah, beyond even the podcast.
Yeah, we'll be on the course. Like we'll put some, like we'll talk about what we did on the course, and we'll post some YouTube videos. Like we'll be doing some stuff.
Make sure you find the Pin High podcast on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button because we'll have some content.
The YouTube is going to be popping up very soon. Going to be a lot of videos on there, maybe like twice a week.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
Mr.
We
Golf
should
says.
honestly we can play some Tiger Woods PGA Tour golf and take some. We'll play
we
some.
could do.
play
We should
some
get
of that.
a Twitch stream going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we definitely should do
Pin High
that.
Podcast Twitch.
I
would
mean, I
definitely
don't
do
know.
that.
People might tune in. They can
You
bet
just-
on it. They can bet on us.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, people. Yeah, definitely.
It's just funny that when we play like that game, the golf club, like we get bored of it after like 5 holes. So it's kind of.
We should also try to go viral on TikTok during this quarantine. Not that I don't know what our demographic of fans is and whether they watch TikTok.
Low key
We'll
on
see.
a spring break, my friends and I made a TikTok account, and it was about betting, and like we would.
Yeah. Do you guys get anything with a lot of likes?
One of my friends' video had 1,000 views.
Oh, how many likes?
I don't know, probably like 100. Like that we had multiple videos with like 100 likes, and it was basically us just like saying like, okay, we have like there's like 8 of us on the trip, and like we would say what our pick of the day is, and then if we lost, it would record the last moments of us like watching the game, and then jumping in the pool or running in the ocean, and like I had to jump in the pool one day.
I feel like we could do some good stuff on the golf
Oh
course.
yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
could. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one that went, I got like 300 views or something, not 1,000, but yeah, we'll see. Well, the Pin High account is like what, the Pin High Pod on TikTok?
I don't know. You created it.
Give us a follow.
True. I was on the TikTok grind early August.
Yeah, just look for our logo.
Yeah, true.
I don't think there's any imposters out there yet.
Do we want to cover just a little bit more about golf news, or do we want to do Twitter fan questions?
Well, I think we should talk about the Premier Golf League.
Yeah, we might
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, so Brooks Koepka, after kind of opening the door to the possibility that like last week, just basically shut that down. He said that he's not gonna do it. Rahm is out as well. You have to
And
wonder if
then
he's
obviously
actually going
Rory
to be in.
too.
Yeah,
You just had the top 3 golfers in the world say I'm out, so
I think
that's
I
not
think,
a great look.
I think it's really gonna be like I realize it now, like maybe like I don't even know if this could even work, but like it's gonna be like smaller players who just like they're looking for any tournament to play in just to get some money. Like they're gonna try to do anything they can just to get like any money at all.
you should try to do
Like-
it, Trev.
I mean, if I could, I would definitely would.
Just start rehabbing that.
Yeah.
that knee.
$10,000.
But like,
I don't know.
but like
start
if
grinding.
it's like players like the web.com like fringe and tour fringe players, like they'll do anything to get like play in any tournament. Like they'll play like any week of the year just to get like because they have to keep their job. So
Yeah,
and
back
they're-
when my
and-
cousin,
the money
any
money
way to
probably
keep money,
won't be
any
as
way to get
much.
money. No, it wouldn't be as much. But anyway, like they can play. They'll play in anything to keep like the amount of money they have. Like, to keep their like just keep playing golf for a living. Like Brendan Todd was like almost like quit golf. He was like couldn't do anything for 6 years. And all of a sudden
back
he
when
won twice.
my cousin was trying to play golf professionally, like he was playing everywhere in the Northeast, like all these tournaments in like Vermont and like just like definitely like the grind of like the guys who aren't quite there yet. Like I feel like they could get some of those guys and possibly
Oh,
if they're like anything like the XFL with their marketing, which we can help with hopefully someday.
if you're listening.
Like they could turn these guys into just like personalities, and I feel like in golf it's more fun to watch a personality as much as it is like greatness sometimes.
Honestly, if they had like what the XFL had, like if they had, like they could make it more like it's like centered on betting too. Like if they put it on
And-
TV, they can put like live lines of like players over
As
on
well as
different
entertainment.
scores.
Yeah, no, I like the
yeah.
idea. I like the idea of like on-course interviews and stuff. Like obviously when you're playing in like a
be
real
mic'd
golf
up with
event,
people,
like
too.
the PGA Tour and stuff, like it's weird seeing like a guy get like an on-course interview and like if they're in the groove, like you don't want to ruin it or anything like that. But like in this, like why not? Like it shouldn't be off limits at all. Like mic'd up on-course interviews,
Yeah.
like maybe like they could come in on the like you kind of like the baseball like spring training
Yeah.
thing. They could, like come in on the broadcast.
That's awesome,
Like,
by the way. The spring
yeah, I
training
love
thing is
that.
awesome.
like honestly, they should just do that in real games. I don't really
And here's
care.
the thing,
It should
li-
be so much.
like
I would
the-
watch that all the time.
like the XFL players, they don't have much of a choice. It's not like they're NFL players and they have all this leverage like like where they don't want to do like interviews and stuff. It's like, no, if you're gonna play in our league and we're giving you like an opportunity, like
Yeah.
if it is guys
It's
who
just
aren't
another
like Brooks
platform.
Koepka, it's just yeah.
Yeah. And like
So
and obviously I can see why Kepka's out because like Kepka's the type of guy that like would hate that. Like he wouldn't want to like talk while he's golfing. Like you know what I mean?
we don't even know if this is what it's gonna be like. I mean,
No,
I
but
know,
it's
but I'm
like
just saying.
it'd be
The opportunity for that is not something that I'd see Brooks
If it
Koepka
was-
like wanting to do.
if the Premier Golf League was smart, they would model like in any other league that's trying to rival like any other major sports league. They would be smart and try to do something like
a
that.
lot of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
maybe more entertainment based, still content, still good decent content, but entertainment based with like people if people can bet on it, like and they're live betting on it, like over
was
under
gonna say,
lines, like
you don't have to
scores
be-
and matchups. Like people will watch that.
You can make the course just like like you don't have to make the course as hard, and it's not going to show to casual golf fans that it's that much easier, and that might like translate to the players doing like pretty well, and you won't really see it as much of a dip maybe if you're betting on it as well. So like personalities can easily come out of that as well if you're talking about on course interviews, mic'd up caddies and stuff like that.
Because whatever, there's
So-
this like whole thing of like golf etiquette and like all that stuff, but like they're trying to get to the younger audience. Like this is the perfect way to do it. Like show
Definitely.
personality, show like types of things like that.
And
Yeah,
you're not gonna
like,
be you're not
throw-
gonna be able to, you're not gonna be able to do anything to the PGA or
Like,
make it
even
better
like-
than the
like,
PGA Tour
yeah.
by just showing like golf.
Throw,
if you could get,
throw
like-
the
if you could get
integrity of
fans
golf out the
involved.
window.
Yeah, if you could get like fans involved too. Like I know like you know, like we all love the Waste Management Open and like the like electric like atmosphere that it holds. Like what if it was like that every week? That'd be
That'd
insane.
be awesome. Yeah.
And I wouldn't say you'd be like kind of overdoing it with letting that happen on every hole, but I think if you had one hole per tournament like that, you could get like fans at every tournament
Easily.
just gathering at that part of the tournament.
Because
And,
if
like,
people,
you
because
get- you
if
can get
people are gonna
sponsors.
have that, if people are gonna have the opportunity to like to drink and bet,
Yeah, it becomes a
watch,
social
golf,
event.
watch sports, it's like
Yeah.
they would definitely do that. People would do that.
So like what I'm hearing is we should try to work for the PGL.
We really should.
Yeah,
We
Maybe.
really should.
if it doesn't
mean-
like blow up when like every golfer's like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Hey, you know, if it won't be like that if we just map out what we were just saying.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean,
if anyone's listening out there who works, at the
I was gonna
PGL.
say, if you know
Hit us up.
anybody, like,
Got some ideas.
if anybody knows anybody, got some ideas, we're willing to sell ourselves for like a good starting salary out of college,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's some nice apparel.
I need work.
or at least maybe an internship. Like, how am I
I'm
supposed
bored
to work? Like,
I mean-
at, like
I mean,
the
I'm
US
bored
Open or
right now.
something, if there isn't a U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all bored right now. I'm pretty much at home. So if you want to get something to do,
Free consultation from the Pin High
Yeah.
Podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, no, there's
Um,
3 minds here. We have a lot of ideas.
Twitter fan questions.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So the first one is from PCat himself, Mr. Catalano. We got, if the PGA has to choose between the FedEx Cup playoffs or the 4 majors, which should they choose?
I think this is
And
easy.
I mean, it is easy, but it's more loaded than you'd think because of how much money comes with the FedEx Cup playoffs.
FedEx Cup.
and
You're
how,
right. It does.
Mhm.
how
Well, then maybe
much the
then
players
maybe-
would care about that.
maybe what the PGA does is they have the 4 majors act as like the FedEx Cup playoffs.
But they're like, I feel like they're
But
separate
you can't
entities.
you can't have like a like you know how the FedEx Cup
No.
play
No,
playoffs
but
is
like
less and
no,
less
but, like
people per-
no, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the 4 majors be like there are 4 majors in itself, and then there's but in that there's like
But
it's
the
the FedEx Cup playoffs. Like, but
the
there's
4
no
majors-
there's no cutting. There's no cutting. Like there's like no 30 players in the last tournament or something like that. You can't do that.
Like the 4 majors and the
Okay.
FedEx Cup are like separate entities. Like it's like you can't really
Yeah,
like
it is.
like somebody's
right.
gonna get pissed.
and
Like the
yeah,
USGA runs like whatever
exactly.
U.S.
match.
Open.
US
Yeah.
Open. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the PGA runs the PGA like the Masters and the PGA Championship, and then you have like the European tours like all involved on like the Open and stuff. So you can't really do that.
No, it'd be like obviously it'd be like it's probably not gonna happen. I'm just saying like if they can only because there's only gonna be so much time when the season comes back on. Like the PGA and like would be smart to like talk to the Masters and like the like RNA for the British Open, the USGA, like to come up with something that works for everyone. Because they're
I think
like, if the PGA is just going to be the FedEx Cup, like that's not going to work. Like people are not going to be happy. People are going, especially the public, they're going to want to watch the Masters.
So pretty much, I mean, the simple answer is like, yeah, do the 4 majors. You need Augusta. You need all this.
We need a winged foot, yeah.
Well, just like thinking about the FedEx Cup too, like, if they're gonna cancel all these like events and stuff, like, you're just losing all those points that lead up to the FedEx Cup anyway. So you might as well just scrap like most of it for the most part, and just play the 4 majors. Like, there's not as many events.
That's also a good point, yeah.
I mean, it's all obviously super tough, and we're not very conditioned to be dealing with crises like this.
No.
So I was thinking, I was like, thank God we didn't like graduate like last year or whatever, and like we just have to like deal with this right now as like governing bodies or like leagues. Like this would suck.
Even just like regular jobs.
Yeah, my sister's
my
sister works for travel and leisure, and like who's traveling?
Like parents are not working, like at all. Like with my girlfriend, her parents, her parents not working. My dad's not working. Like people are just like at home, like they're working from home, I guess. But like,
oh wait, okay. So wait, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a who's the asshole here?
Mm-hmm.
WFH, what does it mean? Go, right off the top of your head.
Yeah, working from
home. You might
home.
Already know. But like, if you use that and you're like not like 25 years old or older, I dislike you.
See, I know.
That's a shot. That's a shot at Poog.
I know Poog sent in the group chat yesterday, but I still.
Yeah, I honestly forgot that this was the
sent
group chat
it. With you guys. No, he sent it, and then I still, even when we said WWFH, I still couldn't remember what it meant. Like that's not something I use.
I like it was in context, so I like got it, but like I've
sure.
never used it before.
It's an acronym, but I just why use it? Like
yeah.
I love how that's such. We just went so off topic on that.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah. So
I'm sorry.
I think the consensus is we want to see the majors. Plus, I think like the money lost in FedEx Cup will just be gained through like television and stuff like that. So
the whole public wants to see majors too.
Weird having the majors like 4 weeks in a row, and especially with the Open, like you have to go travel like across
probably
seasons.
Should make that like the last one or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe 2 weeks.
It would be very unique to see the 4 majors played like back to back to back to back. That would be interesting.
Well, it doesn't have to be back to back to back to back. It could be like maybe like a week in between or something like that.
That would be overwhelming. It would be 4 straight weekends of majors.
No, and like all the TV crews would be like going crazy because like you have to go from like Golf Channel's going like setting up your studio at Bethpage, and they're going to.
I don't think that's gonna end up having to happen. I don't think it's
gonna. They're going from like San Francisco to New York to fucking. Where's the British Open this year?
I have no clue, but like
Port Rush.
I don't know.
No, that was last year.
Right. I don't even know where it is.
St. Andrews?
Right now, nowhere.
No, it's not St.
Right
Andrews. Wait, okay, this is bugging me. Whatever, and then right there to Augusta, like.
Yeah, it's.
All right, it's tough.
It's just a lot going on. Royal St. George's.
Yeah. Right. That's like outside London. Yeah.
And the next one.
We have breaking news here. We have a Tiger statement. Tiger talking about the COVID-19. He said he's kind of a little PSA from Tiger. There's a lot more important things in life than a golf tournament right now. We need to be safe, smart, and do what is best for ourselves, our loved ones, and our community. That is Tiger today, tweeting about
at 1:30.
I don't know why.
That's not breaking news.
Yeah, it's at 1:30.
Don't know why I just like that on my phone, but like
a little 5-hour delay on that, but whatever.
I mean, they don't know what time we're recording.
It's
6:26 right now for the on Monday for the fans listening.
It's 1:26, and that tweet came out 5 minutes.
Oh, so we got the statement from Tiger beforehand. All right, before he tweeted.
Yeah, he DM'd us on the Instagram.
Right. We haven't accepted the DM either, so.
Yeah.
We're go. No, no, no,
Uh,
no. We have accepted it. We saw it. We're not gonna respond.
well, we left it on red. Yeah.
We're ghosting him. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Now we have the Mike Ryder fan question of the week, Twitter fan question of the week.
Questions this week.
Oh, questions actually.
Yeah.
So the first one is actually a great question. It's why is Jeek called Jeek? And this goes back
All the way.
way back,
school.
like high school. This goes back. Let's call it 2015.
Yes, his sophomore,
Sure.
junior high school.
Maybe sophomore. Yeah. But
Like
anyway,
sophomore.
even before that, Greg Catalano, growing up, G Cat.
Yeah.
G Cat. And then when you slow that down, G Cat. G. So I don't know who came up with that, to be honest. It was.
I think it was just kind of the thing of like everybody wanted like the one syllable like nicknames, and
Yeah.
it just kind of went.
It was a weird transition because it was like I called you GCat for like my whole like life pretty much, and then like it was like Xbox was like GCat and like everything was GCat.
Everything
and then,
is, yeah.
And then like all of a sudden I went to like Jeek, and like it was like then it just like stuck after that. But yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It rolls off the tongue a lot nicer.
Yeah, it
I'm not
does.
gonna lie,
Jeek.
yeah. Which is kind of funny because like my name is just a one syllable name, like Greg, just one syllable.
Yeah,
but-
we could have just done.
Anyway.
Greg.
Right.
Would have been a lot
But
easier.
we're too
Jeek.
past that now.
Yeah.
Gregory-
We're like right. That's like calling him Greg is like 8th grade.
Yeah,
Or
I'm like,
whatever.
well, what's wrong if you're calling me that? Like
Yeah.
like what did I do?
Honestly, just a huge transition.
It was
How's the name Gregory turn into Jeek?
Yeah,
Pretty soon
really.
you're gonna be telling your coworkers to call you Jeek.
I mean, it's funny because when I'm at college, like no one knows that's like no one that hasn't followed me to
They call you
college.
Greg?
So like it's only people at home. Yeah.
That's
So it's
funny.
If
very
we end up
interesting.
working together, and like we're in like a serious
So
office
confused.
or whatever, like say we had the same internship or something,
Yeah.
or just like same
Yeah.
job at college, and I'm just calling you Jeek because like I'm not gonna call you Greg no matter what.
They're gonna be so confused.
It's gonna be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. Like that's the kind of the last thing you want is like your professional
Yeah.
like colleagues
not
to be
gonna-
calling you like a nickname.
Yeah.
Be
But yeah, so we'll move on to his next one. It's like, how do you practice when you go to the range? Like how long? I mean,
All
what
right,
pay-
let's
like,
let's
what-
go
I
to
don't know
Trev.
what
Let's go to
pace
Trev
is.
first on this one.
Yeah, we're not
Well,
big
I don't-
range guys.
He's more serious about it.
when I was like younger, I used to go to the range in like high school. I would go for like I would go for a long time and just kind of like if something was like off, then I would try to fix it and like use like maybe do like a drill or something like that. But now I'm at the point where I don't really go to the range as much. I usually just if I get to the course, I usually like I'm more focused on putting or short game and then go into the course. But if I am going to the range, it's usually work on something. And maybe I'll go for like 30 minutes because after 30 minutes, it gets like you're there for like 30 minutes is like a long time. I feel like
30 minutes is a lot of balls.
yeah,
to
that's
hit.
a lot of balls to tear through. But and like usually I'll take my time, but then it gets to the point where maybe you're distracted and you kind of just like pound balls like right left and right, and then. But usually I do listen. I used to listen to music, and I like honestly used to listen to like podcasts, like Part of My Take, Foreplay, like. If you guys are
Pin
listening to
High
this, you should
Podcast.
listen to Pin
Pin
High
High
Podcast.
Podcast.
Listen to that,
Yeah.
yeah. Golf City, like you should be like. That's definitely something I like listening to.
Listening to a
Like,
golf
I don't-
podcast.
Music
as
music
you're-
is fine. Yeah, golf podcast as you're playing golf. Like even on the course,
your
like,
hype?
I'll be listening to golf podcasts. Like it's chill. Like you're like kind of like it's like kind of like you're talking with someone like if you're playing by yourself. That's kind of
Yeah.
nice. But then yeah, I mean, don't really do it as much anymore. But like even when I'm putting or doing short game, like I'll still listen to golf podcasts. It's a nice way to occupy yourself. Pass the time.
Putting on the practice green right before the round, listening to like Trippy Red or something.
You should be ready to hype you up. Dark Knight demo, just blasting your AirPods.
Oh my
wow.
god. Yeah, for me and Jeek, it's like if I'm going to the range, I'm just like going to have have fun, like just
You're
like
kind of-
pound some balls, like maybe figure something out, like watch a YouTube video
Yeah,
before,
work on
like
something.
work on something.
At this point, if I'm going to the range, it's either to work on something like spend time. Okay, I'm going to the range today, or it's before like a tournament or like a big round.
Or it's just like the other thing for me is like, oh, I just don't have enough time to play like a round of golf, so I'll just go to the range
you go to
and
the
get my
range, that's
golf out of
fine.
me.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is like I took some lessons last year, and like obviously you're taking lessons, like you're working on things, whatever. And I would just like go to the range and like try to like take what I learned from the lesson and like try to like work on
Here's the
it, which it
thing.
would never work, but like
Mats are really misleading. Because
Oh
like
no, they are. They're so
if
nice,
you're
but they're so
using, like,
terrible at the same time.
just really any club, like like if you hit the ground first, like
Pure.
it straightens out your club and you just hit it dead straight.
It's pure.
yeah, no, I
Like,
don't
It's
like
nice,
mats
but it's
either.
terrible at the same time.
Yeah. So like if you
like,
can
I
find a
like
grass
I
range
know.
though,
Yeah, true.
what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just like I know that like when I go to a range, like I always like have the same thing where I hit like 8 iron first and whatever, and like you always look at the bottom of your club and there's that like mat like stuff on the
Yep,
bottom, and
yeah.
you're like that's how you know like, oh, I was hitting it straight the entire time. But if I'm on the golf course, I'm just gonna shank all these balls. Like
Pretty much.
Because you're not supposed to be hitting the mat, right?
No.
Like,
no.
just really hitting the ball, then the mat. Like, I don't know.
The ground.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess if that answers your question, but we could also turn that into do you like listen to? Oh wait, we could do a par 3 of best songs on the golf course at some point. Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down.
That's a good one.
Somebody write that down.
Put it-
So just in
got it.
general though, listening to music on the course is also fun, but maybe not when you're like at like a really nice country club. I feel like,
Or like when
'cause
it's
I
like
feel
super
it's a little frowned
crowded.
upon, or like super
Yeah,
crowded,
but like, if you're if I'm
like
with
winter
my-
golf.
I've been out there by myself before, like on like the 5th hole at Silver Spring. I'm just like I'm playing music. Like it's like if someone sees you, you're not
turn
gonna,
it down.
you're not gonna be close to them either.
That's also true. Like I'm always self-conscious about that whenever we are playing music on the course, and then I realized if you're like if you're like
A hole
30
away.
yards away, like you're not gonna hear the
Or like
music.
if you're like
Yeah.
putting your
We're
back,
not,
like
like-
sometimes when you walk,
It's not
like
like
you
we're
put
bringing
your
like a big
bag
speaker. It's not like we're bringing like a huge speaker out there too. It's like we're playing like
I mean,
most of them I'm doing them on my phone.
an amp caddy.
The
I
amp
mean,
caddies
an
are-
amp caddy.
Yeah,
We're 18 followers away from giving away the amp caddy, so just
comment
I
on
mean,
that,
but,
find
like-
that post. Find that post.
fair warning.
It's like a winter golf thing, or I know like my club is kind of closed on Monday, but like not. You could go out there and still play. Like you would just walk and play on Mondays, but it's closed. But it's not. And there's usually not.
I feel like they still
There's usually not a lot of people on the course on Mondays because of that. So like that's the type of day that you play, or if you're like out there early in the morning and there's no one else out there, like that's another time, or like late in the afternoon even. It's just a matter of like who's around, because like I know like when
caddy's
we're
honestly great for that. Like
This is
it's
kinda
just
different.
attaches right to the.
this is kind of different than like playing music, but I know like we're kind of still in the stage where we're not used to like making too much content on the golf course, and we're like self-conscious when we see like other people around us when we're like trying to like film like certain things, and we kind of just need to get over that. But like it's
Yeah,
kind
for
of the
anyone
same
who,
thing. Like
like-
we find our content, we make so much more content when there's just like no one around, and we're just like messing around, like making videos and stuff.
I'm more myself.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
Like if
You're not
you've never
trying to
done it
rush.
before- Have you ever done it before and you see these guys like GM Golf and everybody like and Brody Smith, Rick Shields doing it, like they're still doing it around people, and I honestly like applaud them for that, because like I get so uncomfortable when there's people when we're filming and like I'm like trying to like say something and there's someone just like 10 yards away or something. I'm just
Like you're like
no.
quick, like hit the putt, like quick, go fast before like
Yeah.
this guy like
Exactly.
quick.
And that's something
then,
we have
like,
to get
and
over.
then you just
of
like
course.
absolutely just like miss the putt, and then you're like, oh, okay.
And obviously that's something we have to get over, because I feel like if I saw somebody filming, like I'd be like maybe like rewind like 3 years ago, I'd be like like whack maybe, and then or not, and just like walk away, like not actually care. But like I don't know, like I feel like that's something we'll get over pretty quickly once we start
Mhm.
doing it.
Oh no, I definitely will be. Yeah, it's definitely like can be kind of like maybe like awkward, like not like kind of like awkward at first, but then once you get into it more, you're like people, especially if like you do it like so remind people like who know, like okay, like doing something, they're recording for something or a specific purpose, I guess.
We have to get like a nice camera at some point,
We do.
because then it's more official.
Yeah.
Or like somebody has to get like the new iPhone, because that
I
camera.
mean, I don't have the newest one, but I have like one of the newer ones.
I have I just got a Venmo request for the
I-
coronavirus.
I just realized, like,
For the coronavirus?
I don't remember making money. I don't remember making money last week, but he just like Venmoed me $30. So, what?
Yeah, he just completed my Venmo.
I totally did. I totally did make money last week, but I just don't remember. So, that's completely
Jack,
unrelated.
if Jack Webster's listening to this, he owes me $40. So, anyway, we can move. Do we want to do this last part 3, or do we kind of or part 3 Twitter fan question? Do we kind of cover it?
Well, the last one I thought of like on my own. It's like if you had to choose between the Ryder Cup, like these are all separate, like the Ryder Cup, just the Masters, or the other 3 majors, what would you pick?
I love the Ryder Cup, but like I've been watching like these Masters commercials, and like just something about the Masters is like I gotta see the Masters. That's just me.
I'll say I feel like the other 3 majors is like definitely out. The Ryder Cup is like close to the Masters though.
It's close. The Masters is awesome. It's like, isn't it 5 days technically?
Well, the par
Wednesday
3
to Sunday.
Yeah.
No. I meant Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup is like it's like 3.
Really? Wasn't the President's Cup Wednesday to
Well,
Sunday?
it's 3, but you get multiple 18s
No,
per day.
no. The
So,
President's Cup was Wednesday to Sunday because it was like Australia.
Oh.
You get multiple 18s per day, so it seems like it's more rounds than it actually. Like it seems like it's 6 rounds.
Okay,
Instead
The Masters is like, I think the Masters is better, but the Ryder Cup is so electric, especially in the U.S.
Yeah. It's a tough question. I think like at the end of the day, it's the Masters because
it's close.
Year, just get the President's Cup.
It's close.
It's close. It's close for sure.
I just remembered what I made money on. BU basketball. We made it to the tourney.
Play in the basketball. In the NCAA
we made it to the tourney this year, and they canceled the tourney. Just our luck.
Nice.
We lost to a tourney team. Quality loss.
Yes, true.
Mm-hmm.
We have good par 3 this week actually. What's the par 3 of random things you find in your golf bag? And it's a little shout out to Golf History. They posted this on Twitter earlier. We're like, oh, that's actually a pretty good one to talk about. So, who wants to start? I'll start. I'll start.
Yeah,
because it seems like you guys haven't really thought too much about it, or at least Cheek. I'm gonna go with just because I saw this in my bag literally the other day. Like it was just like any beer bottle caps or like cans you have in like the really big pocket, like that you just stuff in there.
Yeah.
No,
that's definitely one. Everyone
found like a Lining Kugel's bottle cap in my bag like yesterday or 2 days ago.
You could use it as a ball mark.
Kinda, yeah. Just thought about that.
Okay.
Ball mark.
Because like
I've never seen someone use that before. That's kind of funny.
It's as thick as a poker chip.
Yeah, ball cap.
It's like not like you can't putt over it, but like you could just use it as a ball mark.
You can't putt over a poker chip either.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've never gotten about poker chips. Like,
which is kind of cool to have.
Yeah, they look cool. I have one right here.
Some of them in the middle have like a little like thing you can take out, which I have.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm
at the Carnoustie one, which I lost, by the way.
Yeah, I lost my Shinnecock Hills one. It was like, but it was a really small one.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll go next because I kind of thought of one. I have just randomly in my bag. I have ping pong balls.
It's weird playing pong.
I think I brought them. I think I brought. So I think this backstory is I brought them for the spring break trip, and I just never took them out of my bag. So I just have ping pong balls.
Right.
That's kind of weird.
We had an unconventional beer pong table that weekend, or that week. It's like a dining room table. Nice Airbnb.
I'll go off Greg's one kind of spring break trip. I have my old yardage books from like every single course I played at in my bag.
Yeah.
Like yardage books from like I have like from like Bethpage, Pinehurst, Sawgrass, like all the nice courses that you get yardage books at. Like I just haven't taken them out.
Yeah, a lot of scorecards. I mean, that's
scorecards. Yeah, like that's a good one. I'll go my next one. Like kind of similar to that, but like rules pages, pin sheets from tournaments that I've played in the past too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all over my bag.
Can't relate.
There's just random like Oak Hills. Yeah, the Oak Hills.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, I probably saw the pin sheet in there somewhere.
That one's probably soaked, dude. It was.
It definitely is soaked.
Yeah,
it's probably just
raining all around.
I'm trying to think, but I probably like am always strapped with a granola bar like somewhere. Like it's probably gross, but like there's probably one down there like in my back.
One of those nature valleys that like is
yeah.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
But those things never go bad, so that's why you just like have them. But I have one of those somewhere.
I have for my next one, I have my freshman year of college planner that we got during orientation. Yep.
Is there a story behind that?
I guess picture like the
Uh,
NCHS planner like in your bag. Like that's what I'm picturing right now.
No, not the Canaan one. It's
I know,
like, it's like,
I know, but like that's just what I'm picturing.
because you know that like really big pocket you have in some of the bags.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
it's all
the
bags.
huge pocket. Yeah.
I have the most random stuff in that. Like I'm trying to think what I have right now, but I don't know. But I know I have that in there. I haven't taken it out before, but I have that in there.
That's really
Because I think I was like going home and like I needed some extra like space for stuff, so I just started stuffing stuff in my golf bag.
Yeah, it's a freshman.
Yeah,
year.
and still haven't taken it out. And then for my next one, I almost messed it up. That Jeek will know this one. I have my essential oils. It's my allergy like miracle potion. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
No
It's
free
this little
ads.
It's yes, free ads. My mom sells those shits.
That's
there's
right.
these,
She's an
like,
influencer. We
Free
forgot.
ads.
My mom has like I think more followers than Golficity has on Instagram.
Yeah. Fun
Um,
fact. We should
fun
have her on the
fact.
podcast.
Talk about what?
I don't know. Being a golf mom.
She's not a golf mom.
I know.
Anyway, little like they're like as big as like chapsticks probably, and like I roll them on my wrist. I roll on both my wrists, roll them on my neck, and the allergies just go away. Perfect for May and June golf.
Yeah,
But very random that I have that
That
back.
sounds pretty nice for someone with like I have like decent allergies. Like it sounds pretty good.
Well, I'll give it
Hard
to
to
you
think.
if coronavirus is gone by then.
Yeah, you can't touch me. So
Social distancing. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
All right, Jake.
I went to dap up Jeek after our round on the 19th
Oh,
the other night the other day.
Oh my god.
And he,
Oh
and
my
he
god.
elbowed.
What are
He
you
elbowed
doing?
me.
What are you doing? He rejected you. That's funny.
He rejected me and gave me an elbow. I was like, of course. That was when I wasn't taking it seriously yet.
Yeah.
People have been slamming molasses for like going out this weekend, and I was like, oh yeah, like that's bad. And I was like, wait, I did that on Thursday.
Let's see what's in my bag. I don't know. I have, this is so shitty, but it's not even good. I probably have like maybe 3 or 4 just like pullovers, just like chilling in my bag.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like
Three or four.
they're just like
How
probably just like in a
Guys,
bunch
heavy
of
as
random
fuck. I don't
pockets
like
too.
caddy
I
for
probably
you.
have one in every pocket.
I probably wouldn't like
I-
caddy for you if you have 3 or 4
Well, no, I probably just like take them out, or like I put one in after like for every round, and I take one out every round or something. I don't even know. They're just like it's a rotating thing of like pullovers that I never even wear. Like they're just like.
I know for a fact that I have like a Nike golf rain jacket from like the 1990s in my bag right now. I have a great arsenal of stuff in my bag. Is it really surprising though that I have a weird range of stuff
No.
in my bag? Probably
No.
not.
No, not at all. I mean, like I got a new
kind of on
bag.
brand.
I also just like cleaned it out like before I go on like golf trips. So like
Yeah.
it's not that exciting right now.
My last thing is I have the old Apple earbuds in my backpack right now. Like the old ones with the wire. I probably have like 2 pairs of them.
And like the circles, they're like circles.
yeah, the circles. Like that.
Yeah,
Those
those
little
ones.
ones. I have those.
If you had those in your ears for too long, dude, like your ears would be hurting.
Yeah, they
They
would kill.
start like your ears will really start bleeding.
Yeah.
Like maybe, like
And
actually.
like, there's no point in me being in there because they don't fit my phone. They don't fit my last phone. They haven't fit my phone for probably
Well, yeah.
like 3 or 4 years.
I was gonna
so-
say I don't even remember the last time there was an aux port in the phone.
That's the weird thing because I've used this bag for a year, and it doesn't fit my phone. And they're still in the bag, so I don't understand that.
Yeah, how did those
Yeah,
find their way in?
I don't know. But I also have a bag of extra contacts in there. It's also kind of random. I put this in there probably for like a tournament sometime. I was like, just in case I lost some contacts fell out. I don't know.
I
Some candy
probably have
wrappers
like
probably in
just
there, too.
scattered M&Ms. Just
Yeah.
like not the wrappers, but like I have like
I'll
more
say-
like just
Dude, I
M&Ms.
think I have
Probably
a pair.
have the wrappers too.
I think I have a pair of Oakley sunglasses that I haven't worn since like 5th grade. Just like in my
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
like
Those
like
have way too
baseball
much speed.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. You better watch out if I pull those out.
his swing speed will increase to like 250 miles
The
per
one
hour.
with no bottoms on the back. Yeah, the baseball ones.
Yeah.
They're the flak jackets.
Yeah,
know exactly
you
what
wear
you
you wear those upside down on the top of your hat.
Yes.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
just
that's
for
how
speed.
people know you're a
I used
baller.
to. I still have those. I don't know where they
Exactly.
are, but I still have those.
I think mine are white with like blue lenses.
Yep, blue and green. I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, especially at like our high school field, the sun was just straight up not in anybody's eye, in the fielder's eye. So like people would just wear them on their hats to look cool.
Yeah.
Just got swag.
But yeah, I feel like if I didn't really look at Golf City's post to see like what good answers people had, but if you guys have any good answers, send them in there. Send them into us. Next week, I mean, we just came up with a great part 3 segment, best songs and podcasts on the course.
So if
So
you have any ideas for that, let us know too.
Yeah.
other than that, the podcast going forward will be quite interesting. I think next week's might actually be a fan favorite if we execute it well, which I think we.
I mean, like the last time we had like no golf to talk about, like I think we had a pretty good podcast. So that was like that one week where there was no event.
Right. Oh yeah, that was a good week. We were talking about like Black Friday, like stuff to get.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we're good at sports banter, so
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be fine. Also, the caddy slash like course like stories that we can potentially get next week or the week after, depending on who's home, who's available. So yeah. Other than that, look forward to that for next week. Follow us on Instagram. Get to that 500 followers for the Amp Caddy giveaway. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all the above. Other than that, stay safe, obviously. Don't get the coronavirus, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.